You know, the best part about recording yourself when you're taking things apart on your cars, your trucks, pretty much anything, is if you forget how you took it apart, you could go back and rewatch the video and you'll know exactly how you put it back together. I did not expect the front bumper to be such a puzzle. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, which all of you are, thank you. Hit that subscribe button. Today I took it all apart. But in this video, we're going to be vinyl wrapping my front bumper, the chrome piece, and redoing my front grille. I have another channel, Northwest Sailor, where I kind of was just putting up all sorts of videos, and I had vinyl wrapped this grille for my first time ever vinyl wrapping anything, and it came out really well. But I did have a little bit of a crinkle in this corner, and it was in the body shop getting the bed repainted, and they washed the truck for me. Well, they blasted that little crinkle and it ended up exploding the whole corner. Now, in the year and a half that I've had it on, the wrap on there, I've kind of pick and peeled at it because I knew I was going to be redoing it. If I didn't pick and peel at it, it would have stayed on there just fine. I was really happy with it until that one corner exploded. And then I knew I was going to redo it. But anyways, I started with the front bumper. I'm also going to be doing the rear bumper, maybe in another video, I don't know, because it is a whole nother demon of a puzzle to take apart. I have a 2016 bumper on the rear on my 07 Silverado, so I know it's a nightmare of a puzzle in the rear. That's why I wanted to do the front first. Also, this is going to be a whole lot easier to vinyl wrap. It's just going to be straightforward. I started the front thinking that this front piece would be easy to get out. If you're going to be tackling this as well, just know you have to take apart the entire bumper and all of its pieces just to get this out. So much fun. So much fun. So this is pretty much all I'm going to do for today. I'm probably going to clean it tomorrow. My lady's going to get home here any minute, so I'm going to spend time with her. But all I have left, I have to clean the front bumper off, strip off the rest of the grille, re-clean the grille, and then we're going to be wrapping it. So enjoy. If you're new to vinyl wrapping, so am I. But as you can see, I did it before. You just have to be really patient and it'll come out just fine. Let's get to it. I've had this here for almost 30 minutes now, okay? And I suggest whatever you're gonna vinyl wrap, if you're doing it for the first time, really think through how you're gonna do it, because you don't wanna start and then realize you could have done it better a different way. Which leads me to another point. I'm gonna leave a link down below for this 3M vinyl wrap I got. I got a 5-foot by 12-foot sheet because I'm doing a couple things. But if you're gonna be buying some vinyl wrap, I suggest buying at least 2 times or 3 times more than what you need, especially if it's your first time. Because the first time is really gonna be a practice run where you might get lucky, but the second time is where you're actually gonna figure it out. And then I'd say the third time is gonna be if you really wanna redo it because you figured it out the second time and now you're doing it for the third time. Like my grill. But anyways, so I cut out a 5'4" by 1'4" sheet for the front bumper. I realized after I cut it out and once I was laying it out to see how I was gonna do it, I realized the bow in the bumper, so I probably should have cut it wider because I measured the middle instead of measuring the ends here. But we're just gonna wing it and go for it. Like, I got some extra. If I mess up, whatever. The biggest thing, like I said before, is patience. Vinyl wrap is really forgiving from what I've learned doing my grill. You just add some heat, stretch it around, pull it up, stretch it around, add some heat. It's really, really forgiving. So if you start to get frustrated, just take a breather, go back at it, heat it up, stretch it around some more, and you'll do just fine. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So enjoy the time lapse. I was actually gonna start this way, going around the bumper, but I realized then I would have to work the entire bumper. So I'm gonna work from one end to the other. That way I'm only working a 1 foot 4 piece instead of a 5 foot 4 piece. Yeah. I decided to work the whole piece instead of working from one way across, just because the bow of the bumper, I decided to work from that end to this end on it, just so I could get the crease here to shrink the vinyl wrap to fit. And I'm very pleased with this section so far. So now we will continue to move around it. Okay, so I'm done. The wife's gonna be home any minute, so just in time. I'm very, very happy with it. I do have one little mistake. We got a little tiny rip, and I believe that's because I dropped it. I'm just gonna go over it with some black nail polish to seal it. Hopefully it seals. Luckily it's right on the corner, so it really won't be noticeable. But let me show you this. I don't got any bubbles on what matters. And I will say, you can use a heat gun. I just use a hair dryer. Heat is your best friend when it comes to vinyl wrap, but you don't, in my opinion, I don't like getting it too hot, because then the vinyl wrap shrivels really fast. So that's why I like to use the hair dryer. And besides all the spots that are going to be covered by trim, you know, I didn't really worry too much about getting all of this perfectly flat. I did get the bottom side, even though that's going to be covered by trim. That's pretty sucked up close, but everything that matters is 99.9% perfect. And I was able to stretch it all the way to the corners. On the back side, you'll see I definitely left a bunch of extra, which I just think, you know, is not a bad thing. I see other people vinyl wrapping and it's usually a little bit closer to the edge, but I mean, this is all gonna be behind the bumper. Nobody's gonna notice this. This is all gonna be behind trim, so you want a little extra to wrap around whatever you're vinyl wrapping. That way it has a grip. Honey! So, yeah, we'll put it all back together and then we'll be done. Gotta do the grill still, but. Okay, so this is probably gonna be the trickiest part. Knifeless, 3M knifeless tape. is a tape that has a string in it, so you can cut through the vinyl wrap nice lines or any kind of designs you want to do. I'm gonna be doing it so I can keep the I'm gonna call it the bezel, the taper that goes into the grill here. So this is the tricky part. This is where I messed up the first time I wrapped the grill, was I had led the tape lead across the vinyl wrap onto the outside. So when I had to pull it, I literally cut through the wrap that I didn't want to cut through, and it screwed everything up. So when you do this, if you're gonna do the same thing I'm doing with the grill, you want to leave the lead for the string in towards the grill, because you're gonna be cutting out the grill anyway. So it doesn't matter if you rip through. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so this is why this is one of the tricky parts, because we just put this tape down, this knifeless tape, around the whole board. Now, we're going to be sticking a big sticker onto this knifeless tape, and we're going to have to keep plucking up the sticker to get it to stick flat and flush and smooth. So, this is where you really want to make sure that your knifeless tape is stuck down as well as you can, because you're going to put the vinyl wrap on. As soon as you start messing with the vinyl wrap, if your knifeless tape is not stuck down solid, the vinyl wrap is going to pick up the knifeless tape and you're going to be screwed. So, just a little tip. Okay, we got it all wrapped, and now we're on to the actual tricky part. And I know it's gonna suck already. This is the exact same corner as last time, but you can see the knifeless tape came off the actual curve, and I know that's the exact place last time that I had to cut out, but we're gonna do the knifeless tape part now. Oh. Find the tape here somewhere. Spot, because you can't, the turns are just like 90-degree turns. Outside corners are pretty easy with the knifeless tape. So that corner came out. That's not really a smooth turn. So, see how big my hand is. Look at that. Look at that. So now let's stick it all back together and maybe we'll get to the rear bumper in this video. Black on black. What do y'all think? How'd I do? I do have a couple little spots, like I said, you know, when I did the knifeless tape, there's just a little bit of a dip right there. But besides that, I'm very pleased with myself. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you're interested in doing this yourself, I'm gonna leave all the things I use down in the description. I'll leave links where you can find the vinyl wrap, the knifeless tape, you know, anything that I used for it. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and I will see you in the next video.